Hello there, guys. Today we shall be looking at exponential equation. We are going to be solving the two equations on the board. The first one is to solve for x and y simultaneously. 3 raised to the power of y plus 1 divided by 32 equals to root of 96 raised to the power of x, as the square root of 96 raised to the power of x. The second question is given that 2 raised to the power of n plus 1 plus 2 raised to the power of m equals to 3 raised to the power of n plus 2 minus 3 raised to the power of n, where m and n are integers. Determine the value of m plus n. So solution to this, we can rewrite this as 3 raised to the power of y plus 1 divided by 32 can be written as 2 raised to the power of 5, which is equal to our square root can be written as 96 raised to the power of x half. Remember the rules of exponents. It says that when you have a raised to the power of half, it's the same thing as the root of a. So we are applying the same rules, these rules, we are applying it here, where our square root can be what? Half of the value we have, which is 96 raised to the power of x. So here, we can write this as 3 raised to the power of y plus 1 multiplied by 2 raised to the power of minus 5, because recall the rule of exponents that says 1 over a is the same thing as saying a raised to the power of minus 1. So therefore, when you have 1 over 2 raised to the power of 5, is the same thing as saying 2 raised to the power of minus 5. So that was the rule we applied here. Is equal to this 36. We can look for the factors of 36, of 96, sorry. The factor of 96 is 32 multiplied by 3. Remember that this factor is affected by what? The x is to the power of x, because if we say 32 times 3, it gives us 96. So the power of x remains, which is x, is affecting both 32 and 3. And remember that we have what? We have it to the power of half. So from here, we can say we have 3 to the power of y plus 1 multiplied by 2 raised to the power of minus 5 equals to 32 to the power of x. That is x, the power of x is multiplying 32, and I'm also using it to multiply what? 3, because it affects both. So we have 32 raised to the power of x multiplied by 3 raised to the power of x, all raised to the power of half. I can also do this similar thing to this. I can make similar thing to this. So I have on the left hand side 3 raised to the power of y plus 1, 2 raised to the power of minus 5 is equal to 32 can be written as 2 raised to the power of 5 multiplied by x dot 3 raised to the power of x all to the power of half. I can rewrite this as 3 raised to the power of y plus 1 dot 2 raised to the power of minus 5 is equal to 2 raised to the power of 5x multiplied by 1 over 2 times 3 raised to the power of x multiplied by 1 over 2. So from here, I can have this as 3 raised to the power of y plus 1 multiplied by 2 raised to the power of minus 5 equals to 2 raised to the power of uh, 5x over 2 dot 3 raised to the power of x dot 3 raised to the power of x over 2. Then from here, I can proceed to say I have 3y plus 1 dot as multiplied by 2 raised to the power of minus 5 is equal to, I'm rewriting my expression, 5x over 2 multiplied by 3 raised to the power of x over 2. Now, from this, you can see on the left-hand side, I have 3 to the power of this, and I have 3 to the power of what? X over 2. Likewise, on the left-hand side, I have 2 to the power of minus 5 is equal to 2 to the power of 5x over 2. So for this reason, I can equate 3 raised to the power of y plus 1 to be equals to 3 raised to the power of x over 2. So 3 is common to both sides. I can cancel out my 3, and then I have y plus 1 is equal to x over 2. So cross multiplying this, I have 2 into y plus 1 equals to x. So my 2y plus 2 equals to x. From these, I can call this equation, I can call this equation 1. I can call this equation 1. And likewise, when you look at 2, we have 2 raised to the power of minus 5 on the left-hand side. We can equate it to 2 raised to the power of 5x over 2. So 2 is common to both sides. I can cancel out my 2. Therefore, I have minus 5 is equal to 5x over 2. So when I cross multiply this, I have 2 into minus 5 equals to 5x. So I have minus 10 equals to 5x. So x equals to minus 2. X equals to minus 2. So I can substitute x into equation. I can substitute x into equation 1. Equation 1, which says that 2y plus 2 equals to x. So meaning I have my 2y plus 2 equals to minus 2. And I have my 2y equals to minus 2. When 2 comes to the other side by collecting like terms, I have minus what? 2. So I have 2y equals to minus 4. Then divide both sides by the coefficient of y. So I have y to be equals to what? Minus 2. Minus 2, so my x equals minus 2, y equals minus 2. X comma y is equal to minus 2, minus 2, minus minus 2. So that's the solution to the first question. So solving the second question says, given 2 raised to the power of m plus 1, that is 2 raised to the power of m plus 1 plus 2 raised to the power of m is equal to 3 raised to the power of n plus 2 minus 3 raised to the power of n. Now, let's try to simplify this. As you can see here, we have 2m power of m plus 1. This can be written as 2 raised to the power of m dot 2 raised to the power of 1 plus 2 raised to the power of what? M, which is equal to 3 raised to the power of this can be, we can rewrite this as 3 raised to the power of n multiplied by 3 raised to the power of 2 minus 3 to the power of n. So as you can see from the left hand side, 2 to the power of m is common, is a common factor to this and this. So we can factorize by writing 2 raised to the power of m into the bracket of 2 to the power of 1 plus 1. The same thing applies to this place. 3 to the power of n is a common factor. We have 3 raised to the power of n into 3 to the power of 2 minus 1. Therefore, we can have this as 2 raised to the power of m into 3 is equal to 3 to the power of n into 9 minus 1. So you have 2 to the power of m dot 3 to the power of 1 is equal to 3 raised to the power of n dot 8. So this can be written as 2 to the power of m dot 3 raised to the power of 1 is equal to 3 to the power of n dot 2 raised to the power of 3, writing it in an exponential form. So just like we did for the first question, we can equally equate these to solve for our n and our m. So now we have 2 to the power of m is equal to 2 to the power of what? 3. So this can cancel out. We have our m equals to what? 3. Likewise, on the other side, we have 3 raised to the power of 1 is equal to 3 raised to the power of n. 3 can cancel out 3, so we have 1 equals to n, that is my n is equal to 1. But recall, meaning that my m is 3, n equals to 1. But recall that the question says where m and n are integers. Yes, we got our values as integers. So we have to determine the what? The value of m plus n. So now my m plus n is equal to 3 plus 1, which is equal to 4. So that gives an answer to the second question. So kindly like and subscribe if you find it interesting. See you in my next class. Bye.